Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles and a very familiar face this morning. We're visiting with Shane Holinde and you're with the Kentucky Mesonet, the outreach director there. And I guess Shane, just tell us a little bit about what the Mesonet is and why it's important.
The Kentucky Mesonet, I like to call it a network of networks. These are fully automated research grade sites that measure weather and climate all across Kentucky. We are now in 74 counties with a total of 79 sites and growing ever since 2007 when we built our first site over the WKU Ag Farm just south of Bowling Green. We have a number of standard sites, and the standard sites take in things like air temperature at various levels on a 10-meter tower above ground, also relative humidity, dew point which measures the moisture in the atmosphere, wind speed as well as wind direction at 2 different levels on that 10-meter tower, along with the air pressure. And we're also taking in precipitation in our gauges and measuring solar radiation at all of our sites. And we're taking in leaf wetness at each one of our sites as well.
And all this data is so important because Kentucky from end to end is very different.
Yes.
And so having all this data gives us a really good idea of what's going on in particular communities as well as statewide.
Yes, this is beneficial for not only the folks at the National Weather Service who issue the warnings for flooding for severe weather in our region, but also those in emergency management personnel and those in the USDA as well as USGS dealing with conditions with agriculture and with the ground and soils across our region.
And we've directed farmers there to go look at wind speed and different things like that when they're thinking about spraying, but there's very accurate data on soil temperature as well as soil moisture.
That's right. What a lot of people may not realize is that a lot of our enhanced sites, we are actually measuring conditions below ground with sensors known as Stevens hydroprobes. And these hydroprobes go from 2 inches, 4 inches at the top soil level, which is obviously very critical to those in the farming community with regard to timing of their crops, getting corn, soybeans out, tomatoes, tobacco, all that, all the way down to 40 inches below ground or 100 centimeters. That lets us know how the water table is behaving several feet down below the surface as we go into the growing season.
A lot of times our soils can't hold all that moisture because of organic matter and different things, but this will give us a better idea of how much our soils can hold.
Exactly. Sometimes you might get in a situation where we might have these quick hitting droughts or flash droughts. We've had a number of those in recent years. I go back to 2016 in fall, we had a very impactful drought late season there. That was a year we had the wildfires down in Gatlinburg in eastern Kentucky. 2019 was particularly hard hitting for the farming community, that particular flash drought. We had 90-degree heat as late as October. And then 2022, we had not one but 2 flash droughts that season. 2023, same deal. Those 2 flash droughts were sandwiched by some very torrential rains, particularly over the western part of Kentucky. And that led to some runoff issues over there where we had just too much rain in too little time in a spot that had been dry leading up to that rainfall event, particularly over in the Jackson Purchase region. You can go to our website, that's kymesonet.org. The first thing you'll see there is a map of all the dots across Kentucky. That's where we have active Mesonet sites pulling in data. You'll often see temperatures come up first, but from the drop-down list on the left-hand side of the website, you can select different parameters like soil moisture, soil temperature, rainfall amounts, wind speed. Recently, we unveiled a whole host of new maps, over 100 of them in fact, ranging from things like 30-day, 60-day, 90-day temperature trends, maximum and minimum readings, also precipitation for the same periods, and things like heating and cooling degree days, which obviously are very critical for energy consumption. So all those can be found now on our data tab, which is at the top of our main website. And we have an app too, the Kentucky Mesonet app that you can download for the iPhone or for the Android. You can create your own favorites list for sites. Let's say you live over in Logan County, for example. You might get a favorites list that might include Todd County or Muhlenberg County for surrounding areas in which the weather generally moves. And you can also go look at our webcams. We've expanded our webcam imagery from 23 sites with real-time webcams just a year ago to now 68. So we're really excited about that. That is beneficial for those who issue warnings in the National Weather Service.
Make sure to visit those websites, or you can contact us here at the Extension office and we can certainly direct you there. Thanks for watching the Farm and Home Show and have a great day.